I'm Ben. We're here at Roswell, and we're going to be installing the Aviator shadow top today. We're going to go through a few easy steps to get it on your tower. First thing you're going to want to do is lay out a cloth or carpet, something to protect it, and just make sure you got all your components. Main frame with fabric. You got the walk-through fabric. You got the telescopic arms go in and out here. You got your support arms, your hardware, Loctite, rag to wipe excess Loctite, Phillips screwdriver, measuring tape. The first step to installing your shadow top will be installing the deck hinges. The tower is already pre-drilled and tapped to accept these fittings. So one key thing to note is there's a notch in the deck hinge right here on this end of the hinge, and you're going to locate the quick release pin on that side. It'll go around the screw as you're fastening into the tower, and it'll allow it to come out that notch, so it'll be attached to the tower. So at this point, we're going to install the hinges to the tower. The tower is already pre-drilled for these hinges, so right here on the rear of the center section, you'll see 2 drilled and tapped holes, as well as right here. Same thing along the front, and then 2 on the side sections. So we're going to take our screw, get our red Loctite, get a nice little drop on here. Usually I rub the second screw with that drop so you apply it evenly. And then what I like to do is take the first screw with the notch side, because that's where we're going to have our loop. Put that one in there. You can take the loop and put it around the screw there, and only run that one in first so that you know you get your lanyard around the screw. So I just kind of start that one so that it's snug, come back and get my second one, and then I'll finish the second one up here, and this hinge will be mounted. Make sure these are nice and tight. Loctite's gonna keep it from getting loose over time. And then after that, we're gonna take our plastic sleeve, and you're gonna slide it right in here, and it'll lock in. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that to all the hinges. Mount them in all the pre-drilled spots. All right, and one thing to note on these fittings, the orientation, I set them so that the pin is going to go in and out towards the center. So each one will be towards the center, and when I release my bars, they'll come in. Once you get the deck hinges installed on your center section, the rear and the front, you're also going to install them along the side section on the inner portion of the front tube. Like I said, these are pre-drilled and located for you, so all you need to do is use red Loctite, put these hinges on so that the pins, now the pin will be on the top side so that you can release it going upward, and you're just going to do that for each side. So now that all the fittings are installed on the tower, I want to make sure these pins are out of the position here so it's ready to receive the Bimini. Richard's going to help me carry this into place. One side at a time, we'll insert the ball into the fitting. We got to pull that one in a little. There we go. Once you get your pins in, check this piece of tubing that's out. You just want to make sure that you're fairly even on each side and you're centered. And then after that, we're going to install the support arms to keep the Bimini level. All right, so we're going to install our rear support arms. We're going to take the straight end cap, slide it in from the outside on the Bimini fitting here. Then we're going to take the 90-degree end cap. It's going to slide into the tower fitting. And then lock your quick release pins in to make sure they don't slide out. One thing to note on these support arms, if you're having trouble putting them in place, you can loosen the set screw on the end cap and slide out the fittings on each end a little bit to adjust the length. So now that we have the rear support arms in, we got the front support arms, and we're ready to put those in. I'm going to walk through the center here to access the hinges. The support arms on, both sides in the front and back. Bimini's nice and solid and ready to go. So a cool feature with the shadow top is it has an optional walk-through zip-in piece that You know, we started out so that we had lots of access here, but now we're ready to zip it in. So there's 2 zippers on each side and a Velcro patch in the front there to hold it in. All right, so now we got full coverage under the Bimini. You can still stand up in the driver's side or right here in the passenger area. So one of the great things about the Shadow Top is it can fold with your Aviator Tower. The Aviator is also weight assisted, so it makes it easier to do this. First step you're going to do is remove the walk-through center section so you can access the support arms. Now you have your access through the middle. We're going to remove the support arms from the tower by pulling the quick release pins. Now we're going to release the rear arms from the tower. So we've also provided these straps. If you need an extra hand on the boat, instead of trying to balance the Bimini and fold, you can strap these around the tower and through the Bimini frame so that it'll keep the Bimini attached to the tower while folding. So that's your installation guide to the Shadow Top on the Aviator Tower. If you guys have any questions, you can contact us at roswellwakeair.com.